But here are some quotes. That I really liked. Okay, so these quotes are what made me cautious about my emotions when doing philosophy. Here are the quotes. This is from C.S. Lewis once again. What he will learn quickly enough, and perhaps indelibly, is the belief that all emotions aroused by local association are in themselves contrary to reason and contemptible. That's pretty logical. That's pretty much what I thought, with caution. Here's the next one. They may really hold that the ordinary human feelings about the past or animals or large waterfalls are contrary to reason and contemptible and ought to be eradicated. Now, those quotes are what C.S. Lewis believes the Green Book has when it comes to values on emotions, and how the schoolboys who are reading this Green Book are going to learn how to be logical. They're going to learn that, okay, in order to be logical, I have to separate from emotions and not really have those emotions in order to convey my stance or convey my philosophy or convey how I observe a thing. It was the story about what's it called? The waterfall. There are two tourists, and one of them said that it's sublime, and one of them said that it's pretty. That's what the whole thing starts off with. Now, what I agreed with C.S. Lewis is in this quote right here. And because our approvals and disapprovals are thus recognitions of objective value or responses to an objective order, therefore emotional states can be in harmony with reason when we feel like liking what ought to be approved, or out of harmony with reason when we perceive that liking is due but cannot feel it. No emotion is in itself a judgment, in the sense of all emotions and sentiments are illogical, but they can be reasonable or unreasonable as they conform to reason or fail to conform. The heart never takes the place of the head, but it can and should obey it. Actually, I'm just now processing this. What? The heart never takes the place of the head, but it can and should obey it. I question that. It's because I'm trying to understand. I just know wisdom needs to be superior. Anyways, one thing I agreed with was trained emotions. Not that we should, oh, I shouldn't like this or I shouldn't, but we should be aware of our emotions and how they are evoked from certain things and assess why do we have these emotions evoked. Like, that's where I become philosophical as an emotional person. I mean, so yeah. And then I said, lastly, this quote pulls from Plato's philosophy of the relation reason has to appetite and spirit. We are told it all long ago by Plato. As the king governs by his executive, so reason in man must rule the mere appetites by means of the spirited element. The heads ruled the belly through the chest, the seat, as Aeneas tells us, of magnanimity of emotions organized by trained habit into stable sentiments. So, what that is saying is the head rules the appetite. Like, the mind rules the appetite, the id for those psychology people, by means of the emotion, the spirit. and I may be wrong on this. But the emotions are supposed to be trained. That way, whatever you hold value will always hold value, not just because it feels good at the time. So that's C.S. Lewis in the Green Book, in the Abolition of Men, in the chapter Men Without Chest. And I really don't want to become a man without chest. I don't want to become a woman without a chest. Like, I want to continue looking at my emotions. But once again, I don't want to be motivated to speak through them. So with that